I'm Marcy Gillum,
Nice to meet you.
and I work here at Walmart Distribution Center, weekend shift order filler. Um, I'm majoring in logistics management. This is my first semester. Can you tell me your name, about the company you work for, how long you've been with the company, and your job title?
My name is Corey Bauer. I've been with the company for 14 years. I work for Walmart Distribution in Clarksville, Arkansas. I'm over meat and produce shipping, but I have been over dry side as well. So it's just a couple months over in dry, and then most of the time over in meat and produce. But I have worked retail as well, so kind of done everything around it. But mostly my experience is in logistics.
Okay. What are your responsibilities as an ops manager or area manager?
So area manager of a area in the logistics department, your majority responsibility is your associates. The safety of your associates is your number one overall. That's what you come to work every day for. That's what you strive for every day, is the safety of your associates. Secondary to that is, making sure that you're being productive for your company, and you're taking care of wasted time. You're being as productive in the allotted time that you have. Mm-hmm. Without great associates, without having that safe associate there, it's hard to do anything. This is a very associate driven job function. It's, to me, great associates make great managers, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. It makes my job a lot easier to have people that I've helped build up, mm-hmm. and watch them make my job easier.
Okay. What is the most challenging task you face daily as an area manager for Walmart DC?
Probably the most challenging task you face is allotting your time. You want to have time for everybody that comes up to you, making sure that you stay personal. You want to be as direct with somebody that you need to be as a boss, but it doesn't hurt to give somebody the little bit of extra that they need. That mm-hmm. personalizing anything makes it a little more heartfelt. Mm-hmm. And trying to allot your time to where you can spend time with every associate and still have the time to do your daily reports, tasks, stuff like that you're having to make sure you're hitting your company goals. That's probably the biggest issue that you have. Even when you think you get it lined out, sometimes it works out to where somebody might need a little more time than somebody else. Or you spend a little more times on reports than you do with your people. So it's not only finding the time, but making sure you're managing your time and using it wisely.
Okay. What does it take to be a successful area manager in the supply chain?
So what I kind of pointed to earlier is building up an associate that is going to be productive for you, not only for you but for your company, and in building a team that one associate wants to work with another, and having them mesh correctly. It's hard to get people that from different backgrounds to come and to work together and to actually feel like they're part of a team. Building up a team of people that are there for each other, that are there to get the job done, are there to be safe, productive, accurate, are all things that's what you strive for, and that's another manager's task. It's taking everybody that you can and making them the best you can. And by doing that, you're gonna achieve the goals that you want. You'll set company goals, you'll exceed those goals, and you'll be able to, hopefully even set new procedures in a way that you go about. So that's kind of in a short thing. That's kind of what we do daily.
Do you find it more difficult to manage dry side or perishable side?
I would say both of them have their own tasks, their own difficulties. But perishable side is probably a little bit more difficult just because of cold chain compliance. Mm-hmm. Making sure you're keeping every item at the temperature. You can't have them outside of the temperatures for a lot amount of time. Maintaining reefer trailers. that are constantly running for, they could go on 8 to 10 hour hauls to stores. Make sure you're maintaining those is a lot more difficult to me than working on the dry side. Dry side still has its own issues, but I think that perishable side's a little tougher.
Okay. Can you explain to me how to enter a pickup ticket in the supply chain?
So, by pickup ticket, we kind of would say, paperwork, yard driver, OTR driver paperwork. As they come into our building, they bring in our paperwork to our central transportation office. They bring it in there, and then we allot them doors. How we want to receive the items to put them into reserve slots. So we bring them into allotted doors. We bring it up, and we know exactly what's on that trailer and how it's supposed to be broken down and how it's supposed to be warehoused.
Okay. Can you give me instructions on how to check for inventory counts?
Inventory counts get checked multiple times daily, but processes that we use here is we check a percentage, the OSHA regulated percentage of everything that's brought in. We actually even have receivers check it as they tag it. As they bring it in, they check the counts. It's double checked by QA associates. When it's brought in, it's slotted, and then as it's picked, it gets rechecked again. A certain percentage of the outbound product gets rechecked again. So it's checked multiple times before we ever get it to the stores.
Okay. How do you analyze a performance report?
How do I analyze a performance report? So if I'm looking at a performance report of associates in my area, I analyze it in different ways for different job functions. Lift drivers have a different form of report than a load picker or order filler. And then loaders have a different job function than lift drivers or order fillers. It depends on the job function, but we have a company directed percentage that each associate has to pull or maintain on a 1 week or 4 week basis. And I usually go by production. I go by safety when I'm looking at the performance reports to make sure they're, maintaining the safety quality that we want. And as long as they're hitting company goals, then I also look at my expectations. Mm-hmm. I know my associates because I get to know them personally, and I can tell if somebody's having bad days. So, if I know, say you're a 120% associate, and you have 100, I like to, go and, address, what's going on? You got something going on? It's getting in that personal feeling with somebody helps you achieve that better goal for them. And, most people want to talk about things.
Right.
So it's just being very personal, getting out there and working with your associates.
I know that we do not pack products, but can you generalize how we ship, the shipping process in and out?
Okay, so the whole shipping process, I guess we'll start from where we actually ship. We bring in from receiving, goes to the slot. The shipping process starts as we bring product out of reserve slot, which would be slots that are not case picked by order fillers. We bring from reserve slots down to a pick slot, which we also call a 10 slot. We bring to a 10 slot, and the order fillers pick from there. Order fillers pick off of a GLS headset, directing them the job function. And then we go from there. They pick to every case that's directed to them. It goes to a rack machine. The rack machine automated wraps it. Then it has a label on it that tells it exactly what door it goes to. Then it gets loaded from there. It gets loaded onto set trailer and then shipped to the store.
I appreciate your time. And
I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.